Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about the Chelsea transfer news, and this time the main focus is on the outgoings. There's not really much happening in terms of new players coming in to the Chelsea squad. Now main focus is the reducing the squad and sending the players, funding the loans for some players, and for some players potentially selling those players and who are no longer the part of the Xabi Alonso plan. So we're gonna talk about those players and a few other players whose future is still uncertain. So let's get into it. So we had the news today from Fabrizio Romano that Crystal Palace reached verbal agreement to sign Axel Disasi from Chelsea. Here we go. And understand Disasi is undergoing medical this morning after a loan agreement between the two clubs, and Chelsea Football Club will receive a loan fee plus salary covered by Palace. So let me just make the camera a little bit okay, so I stay in the center. Finally, the Disasi is a player that unfortunately, we sent on loan. We couldn't find any club that interested want to sign him. So after having a not good season last year in West Ham, so now seems like Palace only want him on loan. So loan move, salary covered. It is what it is. At least one more player is reduced. So I hope he does well in Crystal Palace in this season, so they can buy him next year. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So the other news was for the Nicolas Jackson. Ben Jacobs reported that Aston Villa viewed as front runners for Nicolas Jackson, with Chelsea prioritizing a sell, 65 million quid asking price. Atletico Madrid also talks centered on loan formula with no breakthrough. Al Hilal pursued Oliver Watkins ongoing, so the club will be back with new bid. So basically, with Nicolas Jackson, if Oliver Watkins move to the Al Hilal, then potentially I think Aston Villa will make a bid for Nicolas Jackson. I think that's always the case for Aston Villa. If the Oliver Watkins goes, then they can sign the Nicolas Jackson. But beside that, I think a few more other European clubs were interested in Nicolas Jackson. I see here in Fabrizio Romano also reported that crucial days ahead for Nicolas Jackson to leave Chelsea as clubs working on it behind the scenes. Aston Villa keen since 25 August 2025 August last year, and still there if Watkins joins Al Hilal. And Atletico Madrid also interested in active talks. Spurs and Napoli had called out Chelsea Football Club. Only consider permanent exit to watch until the end. So want to watch until the end. So yeah, potentially Atletico Madrid, Napoli wants him I think on loan, but Chelsea not interested in selling him or sending him on loan. So either I think the Aston Villa or Atletico Madrid will come for him. It seems like Napoli doesn't want to buy him, just loan. So that's the main case with Italian clubs. They don't have the money to buy. They signed Badiashile on loan. Now they want the Jackson, but yeah, Jackson on loan. I've mentioned in my previous videos. If we don't get 65-70 million quid around that target price for him, I would personally keep him. So still can bring something to the team. He has a quality, but I think he will eventually move either to Aston Villa or Atletico Madrid, or maybe Spurs. Who knows? But Spurs, I think he has a priority for Spurs to sign Marmoush, Savinho, other players, Gakpo. So I'm not sure. It's the main priority for Spurs. Now let's move on to other players' news. For Ben Jacobs reported exclusive Hull City are exploring a loan move for Chelsea midfielder Dário Essugo. Chelsea are prepared to sanction a temporary exit Along with the Premier League interest, a loan to Strasbourg is also possible for the 21-year-old. So Chelsea doesn't want, I think, sell Essugo. They still see the potential on him, but he still need a loan, whether it's a Strasbourg or Hull City. He needed some gained experience, Premier League time, I would say, more gaming time. So instead of sitting in Chelsea on the bench, is not playing much, it would make sense to send him on loan. So I think a Hull City loan would make sense because still the Premier League club, still has that intensity, Premier League, that pressure, aggressiveness. So you can get more playing in the Premier League rather than going to the Strasbourg. So let's see how what's in the next few days what's happening with Essugo. The next news is that Nizar Kansala reported on Mudryk. Leeds are in talks to sign Chelsea winger Mykhailo Mudryk on loan. The interest is serious, but option of Strasbourg remains on the table. Brentford previously showed an interest, but unlikely. Coventry City also keen. Update: first offer rejected. So seems like Leeds sent the offer to loan him, but the Chelsea rejected their loan offer. Now there's option the Strasbourg or Coventry as well. Yeah, of course, the Mudryk has been out for 2 years almost. He needs the gaming time. I don't think he will get much game time in Chelsea. We have Morgan Rogers, Gittens, who will play ahead of him, which is understandable. So that's why I think whether Coventry City or Leeds, if they can get him on loan, again, the Premier League experience, intensity, that still will help him. I mean, I think after 1 year, then we can see how he gets back his gaming time, how confident he's playing, his pace, everything. So then we can decide on him whether we want to keep him or we want to sell him. At least he can increase his price as well. Right now, if you can't sell him because he's been out for 2 years. That's another play Chelsea want to offload for loan. As you see, we have a lot of players going on loan. And there were other news on Gittens. Fabrizio Romano reported, despite links with Italian club, Chelsea are not even negotiating any exit for Jamie Bynoe Gittens on loan. No chance for loan exit summer, believe in the winger. Seems like Roma, I think, sent the offer for him to loan, but Chelsea rejected. So door closed to a loan deal. Also for Nicolas Jackson is available on permanent deal. So yeah, we rejected the Rome loan deal. That's, I think, a smart decision from Chelsea because we have we didn't want to sell him. I think we have only Morgan Rogers on the left who can play on the left, and the second option is a Bynoe Gittens. So I think we should keep him as a second option. If we send him on loan or we sell him, then we should buy a player. So I don't think so Chelsea can afford that. Can buy him players and still I think the Gittens is still has a good pace. Is a young talented player. I would keep him for now because we have a lot of players to offload right now. I think Bynoe Gittens can stay. That's not the main priority. And let's see other updates as well. Chelsea news. So David Washington is expected to sign for Strasbourg in the incoming hours. It was delayed due to his wife giving birth. So the fee is expected to be around 8.5 million, excluding bonuses. So this is the player that we signed a few years ago, David Washington. He barely played for us, so we sell him to Strasbourg, and that's a good move from Chelsea. Thanks God this is not the loan, so we're selling him, getting rid of the player. Yeah, I think he didn't prove himself, and I'm not sure why we signed him in the first place. But anyway, the other news for Achampong. So Justin Chelsea Insider suggests Achampong and Mamadou Sarr are under consideration to either stay with the club or leave on loan. Chelsea have always maintained Achampong is not up for sale. So these are the two young talented players. Achampong, academy player. Definitely I would keep him. I wouldn't sell him on loan or send him on loan or sell him, of course. And it seems like if he goes on loan, I'm not sure in the defenders we got Fafana, Lacroix, Colville. and Hato, Rich James, but they're the right or left back. So in the left back or right back, we got only three players: Colville, Lacroix, and Fafana for now. So I'm not sure if he goes on loan. Then are we signing a new defender? That's still a question to be asked. But I would keep him. Still, can bring the squad depth, so he can play. He played the last year. I think he was good sometimes. So I would keep the Achampong. About Mamadou Sarr, I would sell him. Seems like Mamadou Sarr also. I forgot which club was interested. I think Al Hilal was interested to sign him. If someone interested want to sign him, I would just sell him. Mamadou Sarr or on loan option again would work. Um, and yeah, this is the point. So other reports that Chelsea have plenty of midfield options, even if Dário Essugo leaves, in order to get more minutes elsewhere. Xabi Alonso already has Caicedo, Fernandes, Lavia, Barco, Henderson, and Rich James to choose from. So this is our midfield option. What my opinion view on uh, this is our midfield. How many players? Caicedo, Enzo, Lavia, Barco, Henderson. 5 players. Rich James can play right back or left wing back. You can play him in the midfield as well, but let's say 5 options we have. And main starters Caicedo, Enzo. I can't rely on Lavia because he's injury prone. He plays few games and he's out for a few months. Barco is still young. He doesn't have experience. I'm not sure if he could be a good replacement for Enzo or Caicedo if one of them get injured. And Henderson is already old. I don't think they can play 90 minutes game in, game out. So I think we need to sign one more midfielder. Even if Enzo stays, we need to sign one more midfielder. I would sign like Alex Scott, Fabian Ruiz. There were options we were interested earlier. Zubimendi, one of those players we can get, I think. So he can be a good replacement for those players who has experience, who's played in the like high level. And in terms of Adam Wharton I think was the option only if we sell Enzo. But seems like for now Enzo is staying at Chelsea and I want to keep him. I'm happy with Enzo, so it seems like still he's here. So we need to one more midfield option for me. That's my point of view. Because the other players are not good enough to replace Enzo or Caicedo if they're injured. So there are other few was news. Yeah, for on Marc Guiu. Napoli are interested in Marc Guiu. They want him on loan again. Seems like yeah, this is players also we need to get rid of. If we can send them, if we can sell him, would be great. If not, at least a loan option to offload the reduce the squad. We have a lot of, I think, 12, 10 players we have to get rid of. So that's why Marc Guiu. Also, he didn't show anything last year. He didn't prove. So we have 3 strikers: Emega staying, Welbeck, and Joao Pedro. As you see, signed a new contract until 2034. So we have three strikers. I don't think so how Marc Guiu can stay and get the minutes. Joao Pedro got a short number 9. I'm very happy to sign a new contract with Chelsea. He says, I always dreamed of playing for a big club and it means a lot to me to give my long-term commitment to this club. Chelsea has a long-term tradition of winning and it has big ambitious for the future. So that's the Joao Pedro. I'm happy for him. He got the number 9 shirt here. And it says, I have a very good relationship with everyone here at the club and I have felt at home here in London from the moment that I joined. So, yeah. Happy that he's fully committed. He's a great striker. I think one of our best players. I think I'm expecting from him next season. I'm expecting from him 20 plus goals scored for Joao Pedro. And let's see, hopefully. I think only he can stay behind the Haaland, but I think he will be the top 3 top scorers in the Premier League next season. And yeah. Okay, guys, I think those are the news I want to cover with you today. I think I've covered all the news, the loan move options, the Chelsea players that Chelsea want to sell, the other clubs are interested. Unfortunately, there are no much news about the incomings. Still, I think Chelsea waiting on selling and sending along those players to get few more players added to the squad. As I mentioned, I think one more defender we need, because our center backs only two, like Kolval, I think, and Fofana. So we need one more, I think, experienced center back. In case of, God forbid, if we get injured, they can replace them in the high level. And then one more midfield. I think those are the two players, at least two positions I would consider to strengthen the squad. So yeah, I think the up top number 9 we're all squared there, and we have all of the goalkeepers. Seems like we're not signing another goalkeeper. We have Penders and Sanchez, and left right wing backs. We are covered there as well. So yeah, that's all the news, guys. Please let me know your comments, your feedbacks. What do you think? Would you want to keep Jackson, or would you sell him? And what do you think which position Chelsea should still strengthen until the window close? Do you think the defender or midfield positions are crucial for us? So let me know. And if you like the vision, if you liked and enjoyed the video, the content, if you'd like more content like this, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you. Become everyone. God bless you.